A teacher has been sacked and banned from the profession after she let pupils pose topless and simulate a sex act in photographs for an art project. Wright, who taught at a Northamptonshire school, was found guilty of unacceptable professional conduct over the highly inappropriate images involving students who were under the age of 16. The photographs included pupils in their underwear, simulating masturbation and posing with their naked breasts covered only by their hands or with containers of alcohol. Pupils were also pictured holding cigarettes and smoking, doing offensive hand gestures and exposing their torso whilst wearing school uniform. The photographs were uncovered by another teacher during moderation of the students' art portfolios, a teaching regulation agency, TRA, panel heard. Mrs. Wright told the panel that she had introduced a new artist who did suggestive pictures to the pupils. The 41-year-old claimed she did not expect the students to produce the type of photos found in their portfolios and had told them to use their arm, face or something. She said there were a number of personal and work-related factors that meant that she did not challenge the photographs at the time. The panel found the photos of the students were a safeguarding concern and were highly inappropriate. It said the experienced teacher ought to have considered that it was possible for the pupils to perceive the artist's work as sexual in nature and safeguarding steps should have been put in place. Teacher had not fully accepted photos were totally inappropriate. Mrs. Wright had allowed the pupils to upload the photographs on school computers using her own personal school account, the panel heard. The teacher also admitted telling someone she had been suspended in a clear breach of the instructions given, not to discuss the suspension, with the panel finding this amounted to a lack of integrity. The panel said it was mindful that Mrs. Wright was an experienced teacher who had been at the school for many years. However, it added that her actions amounted to misconduct of a serious nature which fell significantly short of the standards expected of the profession. In summary, the panel found that Mrs. Wright's conduct amounted to both unacceptable professional conduct and conduct that may bring the profession into disrepute, it said. Read more. Teacher banned after making stupid comment about vagina and firing staples at pupils. Teacher suspended after using image of bin Laden. The panel also determined that Mrs. Wright had not fully accepted the photographs of the pupils were totally inappropriate. Alan Merrick, the TRA's chief executive, said, "In my judgment, the lack of full insight means that there is some risk of the repetition of this behavior and this puts at risk the future well-being of pupils." In the ruling, Mr. Merrick said Mrs. Wright is prohibited from teaching indefinitely and cannot teach in any school, sixth form college, relevant youth accommodation or children's home in England. Mrs. Wright must wait until 2024 before she can apply for the prohibition order to be set aside, he added.